Guys, John Claymore here, and this is something that I wanted to get to earlier today, but I didn't have time to get to it, especially when I found out about it. Now, really quick, before we start this video, guys, I want to let you know right now that I've never really and truly been a fan of NASCAR itself. I do know about NASCAR because I do have family members that are very, very steeped in NASCAR tradition. And let me go ahead and break this down for you. So, NASCAR CEO Steve Phelps has decided to say that "Let's Go Brandon" is something he's not happy about. He doesn't want "Let's Go Brandon" chanted at the stands. To that, I say to the NASCAR fan, chant harder, chant louder. If anything, I personally think you guys should have walked out after the whole Bubba Smollett fiasco, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Now, guys, before we get in this, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys share the video, hit the notification bell, definitely share this one, definitely hit the notification, definitely hit those notification bells. Definitely hit that thumbs up so that way the algorithm will actually pick it up. I'll put it on Facebook as well. Also, something else too, guys. Make sure you guys are passing the video around so that way it gets around, so that way you guys can know what the hell is going on, especially at NASCAR events. Now, this whole thing started, of course, because of the F. Joe Biden chants. Of course, they were going on in all types of college stadiums. They were going on around the country. There was one of them right here in coastal Carolina, which is about an hour and a half from where I live at. They were going off in Florida. They were going on they were going on obviously throughout the entire South, throughout the entire country actually, where college stadiums were chanting F. Joe Biden. Okay, well, they were caught chanting F. Joe Biden at a NASCAR event here recently, and Brandon Brown, if you guys recall correctly, he was out there being interviewed, and as the crowd was saying F. Joe Biden, the reporter called it and said that they're saying "Let's go Brandon." Now, obviously, they were saying F. Joe Biden, and of course, the reporter's bad attempt came about to try to snuff this out for the actual viewing audience at home, and it didn't really work. And it's been a catchphrase that's been going on for the past month and a half. So NASCAR has now decided to come out because now the media has finally caught on to it, which, by the way, I think the media already knew. They just didn't want to come out with it right away. They decided to come out and say, well, we're against this. I mean, hell, there was actually a song that was number one on the iTunes list, "Let's Go Brand," 2 or 3 actual different versions of that song that made the top 10s on iTunes download list. Okay, and one of them, from what I understand, got booted from YouTube. Now, guys, the point is this right here. NASCAR has been declining, in my opinion, for a while. Let me go ahead and tell you where I think NASCAR first began actually decline. You see, down here in the South, NASCAR is a very, very big deal. NASCAR, football, baseball, all very, very patriotic fan bases. And this is absolutely stupid for Steve Phelps to even bring this up or even say anything. That's why I said, if anything, when you go to these events, chant that phrase louder. I mean, what are they going to do? Boot you guys out? No, they're not going to be able to do that. They got thousands of people there. They can't ask everybody to leave over chanting "Let's Go Brandon." So make sure you guys chant that word a lot louder. But see, NASCAR, in my opinion, has been going down for a while. First off, I got nothing against NASCAR. I just never been able to get into it. And I've had several conversations with friends of mine who have been involved in NASCAR, or who actually love NASCAR, and they have all said the same exact thing. Now, I don't believe this is the pure root, but one of the reasons why NASCAR has gone down the way it has is because, well, NASCAR kind of sold out the smaller track for the bigger track. Let me explain. You see, here in North Carolina, about an hour from where I live at, there's an actual stock car racing track, okay? I can't remember the name of it. And, of course, I don't want to give out the full name of it because I don't want people to know my exact location. Yeah, I'm a little bit paranoid about that. Also, something else, too. You had other tracks around the entire state and throughout the South, smaller tracks, okay? Wilkesboro, North Carolina had one. Rockingham had one. I mean, you had several small tracks that eventually got shut down. And now, of course, in North Carolina, the main track is Charlotte Motor Speedway. Alabama is Talladega. Poconos, Pennsylvania. Daytona. I mean, you've got Darlington, Southern 500, Texas. I mean, you've got mainly, you're now just looking at bigger tracks. You see what I'm saying? And they used to have smaller tracks that they would do races at smaller crowds, and they basically stopped doing that. So NASCAR, in a lot of ways, to a certain extent, kind of began to fall apart then. And then, of course, last year you had the whole Bubba Smollett deal. Yeah, Bubba Wallace, they decided to be all woke because they found a noose, which, by the way, turned out to be just a little cord that you pull up the door with. Yeah, I mean, the FBI decided, the FBI turned out that, I mean, that to me was absolutely hilarious. That's why we call him Bubba Smollett. Now, to all NASCAR fans out there, if you're patriotic, if you come across this video, I want you guys to think very, very long and hard about giving your money to an organization that does not like the way you speak. First of all, NASCAR is a Southern tradition. It's also Very, very patriotic fan base, very, very Southern pride. And let's be honest about something. Here in the United States, we don't like our language to be policed, especially here in the South. If we want to say F Joe Biden or let's go Brandon, we can do that. So make sure you guys chant that word out a little bit harder next time you go to NASCAR, or just do like I would do and just not give NASCAR your time. Don't spend the money. Don't go out there and pay the money so that way they can tell you that you can't say this and you can't say that. I mean, come on now. F Joe Biden, and of course, let's go Brandon. Guys, John Claymore here. If you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video. Also hit the notification bell, sign up in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later.